Previously on All My Children.
What's wrong with Haley and Mateo?
Everything. Haley moved out.
Mrs. Cortland wants me to be her part-time personal assistant, but she said she'd work around my schedule.
So you can still do this film with me.
I had imagined that if it was just you and Colby and me, that it would be heaven.
What took you so long?
I was in a meeting with Judge Gombeski. He was not at all pleased you pulled me out of it.
Oh, relax. I'll send him some baseball tickets. I'm going to go over my options. If I were to reveal that I'm Colby's father.
Options? I thought you had decided to take that to the grave.
Well, I'd changed my mind.
You're going to tell Liza?
But it only makes common sense. Well, if only from the genetic standpoint.
How do you figure that?
Well, I'm older than Liza. It's possible I may predecease her.
So?
So, if somewhere down the road, God forbid, Colby should be stricken with some inherited disease, they wouldn't know that she had my blood in her. They wouldn't know where to investigate.
Well, I'm sure medical science could figure it out.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. So, let's go back to the basic question. I want you to tell me specifically what might be the ramifications if I were to admit paternity.
Well, let's see. Assuming either Liza or Jake isn't thrilled, there's forgery. That carries a 7-year sentence and $15,000
They
fine.
could never make that stick.
Then there's theft.
Theft of what?
Jake Martin's bodily fluids. There's tampering with confidential records. Again, 5 years, 10 grand. There's deceptive business practices. That's 2 years.
Deceptive business practices?
You did own the clinic when Liza was impregnated.
For crying out loud.
Then there's misapplication of entrusted property. That's 2 years, 5 grand. Mislabeling, 3 years, another 5 grand. Possible conspiracy, which is 7 years and 15,000. And those are only the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Let's see, how much are we up to by now?
The money isn't important.
I'm not talking about the money. Let's see, that adds up to what? Around 30 years. So, given time off for good behavior, I'd say that you'd spend about 14 years.
14 years in prison. Have you lost your mind?
I'm so thrilled things turned out this way, Mateo and I sharing custody of Max.
Should have been that way all along.
Yeah, well, now it's legal. Lynette, thank you so much. I feel a lot more settled.
Well, don't thank me. This case was out of my hands from the very beginning.
Thanks, Trev. This really worked out for the best, you know?
Yeah, I'm glad things worked out the way we thought they should work out.
Yeah. I don't know how things are gonna work out for me and Haley. I'm really worried about her being at the Valley Inn alone, you know?
Well, she's not.
What do you mean she's not?
At the Valley Inn or alone.
She's at her dad's?
No, she's with Janet and me. We insisted that she come stay with us after SOS. We went by the Valley Inn, picked up her stuff, and Tim being away, man is very happy to have her cousin in her room.
Wait, when this happened?
Last night.
How is she?
She's doing the program.
And?
She's doing fine.
Okay.
Hey, sleepyhead. Look who woke up.
I must have really been tired. I haven't crashed out like that since I've been sober.
Good. You obviously needed it.
Yeah. Listen, thanks for letting me stay here. I really appreciate it.
I'm not letting you do anything. You're family. Secondly, you're good company.
Yeah, where is everybody?
Well, Trevor's at work and Amanda's at summer camp all day.
Oh. Well, this place sure beats the Valley Inn, that's for sure.
Well, I'm afraid there's no turn-down service.
That's okay. What time's Uncle Trev usually get home?
Well, it varies. He'll probably come home right after court today, assuming they wrap up the custody trial.
The custody! I completely forgot. I gotta get ready. What am I doing?
Getting dressed?
No. I'm not going to the courthouse. What am I thinking?
Well, it's not a closed courtroom.
I left Mateo, Janet. I can't go running back just for every little thing that goes on in his life.
Haley, I don't think this is just any little thing. He might appreciate the support.
No. And the reason I left him is because I have to focus on myself. I can't keep on trying to fix other people's problems. I gotta start focusing on my own.
I wish I could help. I don't know what to say.
No, you don't have to say anything. Just being here helps. I was going stir crazy in the Valley Inn room all by myself, just staring at my past.
I don't know how you do it. You're so strong. I couldn't leave Trevor, even for a day.
You know, a lot of people seem to think I'm just running away from my problems.
Well, a lot of people don't know you as well as I do. I know you're doing whatever you have to do. You're a very strong, extremely devoted, loyal person to those who you love, and you're doing what it takes to get well.
Thanks for understanding.
You know what you need?
Yeah, good laugh.
Oh, a nice big breakfast. Oh, no. I'm late.
Oh, well, are you leaving?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. Sorry, I gotta run.
Oh.
I'm going to the Glamorama.
Oh, I heard they reopened that place. How is it?
Oh, it's fantastic. Opal had a couple of us over the other day for a jus de beauté.
Oh.
And it was so great. I'm going back.
Oh, good.
So, I'm on my way out.
Okay.
Sorry to leave you to fend for yourself.
That's okay.
And we're not over. Okay? If you have to do this, I respect it. I don't want you to leave, but if you have to.
I have to.
All right. Just as long as you know we're not over.
I'll get that. Hi. Hi. Jillian. Hi. Is this a bad time? No, I'm actually better than I think I am. Come in. All the way. Ryan told me that you and Mateo broke up, and I just couldn't believe it. Well, you know, we didn't actually break up. We're sort of like taking a breather. But you're not living together anymore, are you? No. You two were the last two people on Earth I expected this to happen to. Yeah, well, you know, you get to the end of the rope and then you have to let go. So what happened? Didn't Ryan fill you in? No, he said you can tell me if you wanted to. Well, let's just say that it got a little complicated with Max and Raquel and everything, so I decided to sort of remove myself from the equation, or, you know, I was just gonna start drinking again, so. You're so strong, you know, my father could never stop drinking. Yeah, well, it hasn't been easy. Can I get you a coffee cake or something? No, thanks.
You know what? We need to get your mind off all this.
Okay. Yeah. Got any suggestions?
Well, how about a movie? We could go see Julia Roberts fall in love with Hugh Grant. Okay. When I get a press, I shop. We could go to the mall.
I don't think I'm really ready for the mall. I mean, I'm not even dressed yet.
Oh, that reminds me.
What?
This is something you're really gonna like. I saw Raquel today, and she looked great.
great.
Yeah, she, well, I mean, to begin with, she's walking again.
Really? No cane or nothing?
No, nothing. And her hair's a little different. She was wearing this really short skirt, and she looked quite adorable.
Jillian, are you out of your mind? You told me that my fiance's ex-wife looks to die for, and that's supposed to make me feel better?
Okay, the papers are all signed. So we're done here.
Great.
Say hi to Max for me.
Sure. Lynette, wait. What did you mean before when you said that this case was out of your hands from the beginning?
Before I go sounding off on that, let me have a word with the opposing counselor. Excuse me. May I talk with you, Trevor? In private?
Mateo, we're done, right?
Yeah. You'll let me know about... if any-
Yeah.
Okay. What do you say we go get some ice cream and go get Max and take a walk, huh?
Great.
Yeah?
Sure, let me grab my purse.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, see you later.
Remember when your client was awarded full custody of Max? When Judge Charles first tried the case?
Yeah, I remember. It blew my mind.
Did it?
Yeah.
Or was that just an act?
What kind of question is that?
Well, there's a very disturbing rumor going around that, the judge's decision was influenced.
Influenced.
That's correct.
Well, let's just cut to the chase here. You're saying that Judge Charles was on the take, was taking bribes?
Look, having known you for years, I tried not to, believe the rumors. But the more I think about it, Trevor, no impartial judge would render such a decision.
I don't like where this is headed.
Look, I don't want to be sidetracked. I mean, you've always been known as a fair player. But I have to conclude...
Wait, you better stop right there before you say something you're gonna regret.
I assumed we could speak candidly to one another.
We can, but you're about to accuse me of, if it happened, of doing some bribing.
I'm just telling you what I heard.
From who?
I can't say.
Well, if it happened, I sure as hell didn't do it.
You've always had a reputation of being above board and honest.
Yeah, well, why should that change?
I don't know.
I was surprised when Mateo got full custody, especially of a kid that he had, up until a few months before, never even knew existed. And the mother from the outside seemed to be terrific, and the kid loved the mother, respected him, was loyal to her.
Exactly. Which is why I believe the rumors.
Well, on my word of honor, I didn't do it.
Well, if you didn't do it, who could have that kind of influence on the judge?
I have an idea, somebody.
Adam, you asked me about the legal ramifications.
Which you're totally exaggerating.
Well, I'm sorry it's not what you wanted to hear, but you do pay me to give you sound advice.
You're saying that I have committed a crime. No. All I wanted to do was ensure that the woman I loved, would give birth to a child with my blood in her veins.
By an indirect form of rape.
Rape? Now I know you're out of your mind. What I did was the exact opposite of rape. I didn't force myself on Liza.
But a judge could perceive it as such. You impregnated her against her will.
She wanted a baby.
Fathered by the man of her choice. That's why she went to that clinic in the first place.
I am the man of her choice, damn it. She married me, didn't she? How many years are you gonna give me for that? Barry, I want you to get through this somehow. I'd pay you a fortune to find loopholes and things, damn it.
You know, the only way to get through this is to keep it to yourself. I'm just giving you a worst-case scenario, but it could happen.
No, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to spend 14 years in prison. Or 14 minutes, for that matter. And my other 3 children, I missed them growing up. I'm not going to miss that with Colby. I want you to find a way through this, Barry.
Well, there's only one possibility that springs to mind.
What?
Liza is the one who's been wronged. She would have to press the charges against you to make it stick.
You mean that's the rape and the forgery and all those things you mentioned?
If you could talk her out of it, you'd be home free. Then you'd be Colby's one and only daddy. You'd never have to share her with Jake Martin again.
So we shouldn't give juice in a bottle?
Well, I don't think it's a good idea. The juice is going to be bad for the baby's teeth. Just stay with the water. Plain water's fine.
And it's okay that he let him use a pacifier, right?
Sure. Just don't let him take it to the senior prom. No, pacifiers are fine. I think you guys are going to realize, although you might not believe me, that infancy is the easiest part of raising the kid. As they get older, they're going to start making more demands on you. That means you're going to have more patience and a good sense of humor. That'll keep you both on track. Ask him.
Yeah.
Dr. Joe, Father Joe.
Oh, you remember Becca from the other day? She's my new assistant.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Petey wasn't cut out for it.
No, that's for
Well,
sure.
Petey's the other half of my job.
Yeah, the tougher half, I'd say. Can you go get her a smock, honey, while we wait for Sven to finish up with his last client?
Of course, I'll be right back.
All right. Oh, Janet, I'm just so worried about Erica.
Why?
Well, because I just think that I'm scared to death Palmer is going to pull some kind of a fast one and she's going to vote against Adrian for CEO.
I don't think that's going to happen. You heard what Erica said before she left. She apologized to all of us. I'm sure she'll be loyal to you and to Adrian.
Well, I don't know. You know, she's over the years, I mean, Palmer has done her a lot of favors. Oh, my goodness. Well, who have we here but the handsome Mr. Scott Chandler? What brings you to these parts? Oh, I bet you're looking for a job as a masseur, aren't you? Your hands look like they'd be good at that.
No, you said I could interview some of your clients for my video project, you remember?
Oh, that, yeah.
Hi, Becca.
Hi. Scott here is looking to apply to NYU Film School, so he's got to make a documentary or something.
Oh, really? About what?
Well, I'm tentatively calling it 49 Ways to Leave Your Lover. People survive breakups, ex-lovers, ex-husbands, ex-wives.
Yeah, I've already given Becca an earful about PC.
Well, Mrs. Dillon, do you have any stories to share with us?
Oh, does she? Oh, golly, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Well, now you've got me really curious.
I can interview someone else if you...
No, it's okay. Sure. Oh, why not?
If you're ready, okay.
I guess I am. Hey, why not? It's not as if it didn't make headlines.
What didn't?
What happened between me and my husband?
Oh, you mean your ex-husband, right?
No, my husband, Trevor. Dropped me like a hot potato as soon as he found out I was impersonating my sister.
Oh, you mean you actually...
I pulled it off. I actually got pregnant by him.
Hold it, but before I say one more thing, okay?
About how I seduced my sister's husband? Let me try to explain. It started when we were just kids. I was so jealous of my sister Natalie. She was the smart one, the beautiful one. She always got the guy. I wanted everything she had. So, that included her man. I went to visit her. And I decided I had to have Trevor. I had to make him mine. So I started to study her gestures, the way she spoke. And I lost a little weight, got myself a blonde wig, and I bided my time. Until the right opportunity came along to get rid of her. I jumped in and took her place. Not my finest moment, I admit, but, well, everybody in town knows it. I guess there's no point hiding it.
Now, I would like to just jump in and say a few words, if I might. This lady has paid for her crimes. She has gone to prison, and she has done her time.
I also engaged in extensive psychiatric treatment.
And she's a completely different person now.
Well, where's your sister now?
She's dead. And no, I didn't do it. I had nothing to do with it. I was in jail, and she was in a car crash.
And so you're married to your sister's widower?
It took us a long time to get to that point. But eventually, we fell in love with each other for all the right reasons. And now we share a wonderful life and our daughter, Amanda.
Oh, Sven, I guess he's ready for you. We're gonna have to wrap this up. We gotta get our star to her massage.
Thanks a lot, Janet. That was great stuff.
Come on, honey.
Becca, I hope I didn't scare you.
No. Oh my gosh, that is the most sensational story I've ever heard.
Yeah, well, don't tell her I told you so, but they used to call her Janet from another planet, a.k.a. the Crowbar Killer. She whacked Dixie's brother with a crowbar.
Wait. You mean that's the woman that killed Will Cooney?
Yeah. I guess now that you're getting the lowdown on some of our more upstanding citizens in Pine Valley, you won't want to stick around, huh?
Are you kidding? And go back to Pigeon Hollow where the biggest thing on the street is when someone locks their keys in the car? I am loving this stuff. Max, Kelly.
Ah, yourself a note.
Oh, Kelly took Max for a bike ride by the river.
He's probably having a double-dip cone right about now.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome to stay a while if you like, unless you're anxious to get back home.
Not really.
Oh, look. Look what Kelly brought us. They're decorations for the 4th of July. She thought Max would get a kick out of them. You want to help me hang them?
Yeah. I tell you what, why don't you sit down, rest that back, and I'll hang these up, okay?
No, it's okay. I'm fine. I'm really up for it. Have you heard from Haley lately?
No, you misunderstood.
What misunderstood what? You said you saw Raquel in her new haircut and she looks adorable.
No.
She looks adorable and she spent the day with my husband in court.
No, Haley, what I meant was she's not an invalid anymore, okay? So she can take care of herself. Mateo doesn't have to watch her the whole time and be there for her. Come on, look at you. You're gorgeous. She can't hold a candelabra to you. So you're not mad at me anymore?
No, I'm not mad at you.
Okay, because I'm really not that good at trying to make people feel better. You know, I usually say the wrong thing.
No, I think that your volunteer work is paying off. Who would have thunk it?
Okay, so now you're making fun of me, but that's okay because you were mad.
No, I'm not. And I'm not making fun of you and I'm not mad. And this is not about Raquel. This has never been about Raquel.
Haley, of course it is. She's your husband's, Mateo's wife. I mean, or she was.
Uh-huh. A wife that he neglected to inform me of. That he could have avoided all of this mess if he had just told me the truth, which he didn't do. Yeah, I'm not even gonna think about changing things that I can't change or fix, you know. I'm not gonna go there. That's just poison for me, so.
Yeah, but it's natural.
No, not for me. It's not natural. Because my mind does things to me. You know, and I'm stuck right now. You know, because I'm stuck between thinking about not getting what I want, which is Mateo, and losing what I already had, which is Mateo. Okay, I'm shutting off the waterworks right now because if it's one thing I hate, it's a woman who just cries all the time.
Well, I don't mind it when it's real tears. It's those alligator tears that just get to me.
Anybody ever tell you that you are absolutely priceless when you're butchering the English language?
Ryan used to. He used to hate it, but now I miss it because at least it showed that he really cared.
Don't get on the pity potty because we're gonna just throw it right outside the door. Out of the house.
Out of the house.
Yep.
You're amazing. You are amazing. You have this incredible sense of humor. I mean, even when things go bad, you see it, and I wish I could do that. It takes practice. And here I used to think you were such a...
Does it rhyme with itch? The feeling was quite mutual when I met you. Who would think we'd wind up best buds?
So, what happens now? How long are you gonna stay with the Dillons?
Until they get sick of my whining and decide to throw me out.
You're not a whiner, not at all.
Thanks. I don't know, I'm just gonna keep going to my meetings, you know? Do the best that I can. Gonna try to do 90 meetings in 90 days and see where I come out at the end of it. I'm gonna focus on not trying to change things that I can't change and working on changing things that I can. And that's it.
I don't mean to be nosy, but what's gonna happen to the club?
SOS?
Yeah, are you still gonna work there, or?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna tend bar or anything. I'm just, you know, gonna still be the hostess and manage everything.
I wasn't talking about the liquor. I meant Mateo. I mean, how are you gonna do this, working with him and loving him and wanting him?
And take it one day at a time, you know? Because after all, SOS is my baby too. At least until I can have a real baby. Anyway, I'm getting really upset again, so I'm just gonna go upstairs and take a shower and go to a meeting. Maybe you can see yourself out.
I'm there for you. Just know that.
Liza has a mind of her own. There's no guarantee I could ever talk her out of anything.
Well, if you're unwilling to risk it, then Colby's paternity will have to remain a secret.
I guess so for the time being. But someday, Colby will realize that I'm her real father, and she'll be damn glad of it.
Because by then, you will have spoiled her rotten.
Whatever it takes, my friend.
Spoiling kids is never the way to earn their love. You want to earn their respect, you want to always be honest with them and love them, and you're going to find their love will always come back to you automatically.
By the time it comes out that I'm her father, Colby would never let Liza push me out of her life, no matter how angry Liza is.
And don't ever, ever try to manipulate children, because when they figure it out, and they're going to figure it out, they'll never forgive you.
In the meantime, I'll play my role to perfection.
The doting father and husband.
Let everything else just fall into place.
So his mother and I, we told Jake over and over again not to leave his brand new baseball mitt out in the backyard because it was going to rain. So naturally, he left it out there.
I forgot.
Yeah. And it did rain. And it was out there a couple of days. And it got rotten and soaked, and the leather was ruined. And then he came to us, and he asked us to buy him a new glove.
I saved my allowance for that, man. Tyrant.
So we had to say no. We felt we had to teach him a lesson in responsibility.
That child's every wish will be your command.
She's my daughter. She'll never hear the word no from me.
And don't be afraid to say no. And don't let your kids make you feel guilty because you say no.
Last time I asked him for anything.
Because all kids need a certain amount of discipline, which is just fine so long as you balance it with lots of love. Just Be there when they need you, even when they don't. So, having said all that, I think I've given you all my wisdom. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Father. There we go. And with that, that's it, guys. Thanks for coming, and go home and hug your kids. Thanks for coming.
Thanks a lot.
All right, no problem. See you. Good. Take care. Thanks for the hand, Padre.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and thanks for showing me how it's done.
Haley's staying with Trevor. I haven't seen her.
Well, why isn't she staying with her father?
Yeah, well, he's a newlywed. They have a new baby. I guess he feels uncomfortable. You know?
Does Mr. Chandler know that Haley moved out of your apartment?
I don't know.
Well, she's still at SOS, right? I mean, she still works there.
I guess we'll find out tonight.
I'm so sorry, Mateo. If I hadn't come looking for you, you and Haley'd still be together.
Listen, if you hadn't come looking for me, I never would have met my son. I never knew he existed.
Perhaps it would have been better for both of you later.
Don't say that.
Theo, I'm sorry. It's just that I feel so terrible for everything that you're going through.
I created this by not telling Haley that I was married before.
Why didn't you?
She's back in town
First time in Landview?
Hardly.
to catch up with old friends.
I have somewhere so important to go.
Where would that be?
I don't really have to tell you that.
And take care of unfinished business.
I bet I'm the last person on Earth you expected to see in Landview.
One Life to Live, your great summer escape, ABC Daytime.
You know, Haley's been asking that same question for months. And every time I come up with an answer, it sounds pretty lame. Even to me, you know.
What is the answer?
Well, when Haley and I first met, I guess you could say her life was in a state of turmoil.
Because of her drinking?
No, her fiance was sleeping with her mother on their wedding day.
Ouch.
Yeah. So it took a while for Haley to open up to me. Okay, that was the first thing. I guess you could say her self-esteem was bruised, you know?
Yeah, I can imagine.
I just wanted her to feel safe with me. You know? And then we finally fell in love, and I convinced her to marry me. Tanner showed up.
Tanner, your friend from Texas?
Well, he wasn't a friend. He put her in the hospital. Raquel, we got married in the hospital. You know, it was pretty traumatic. Even when she got better, I was scared to tell her. I mean, here I am convincing her for months that she's the love of my life. How am I supposed to tell her about you?
You're afraid of losing her.
And look what I got for not telling her the truth. I lost her anyway.
Look, Theo, it's not over. You have to have faith that things will work out.
I tell you, I feel like a new woman.
That's what I like to hear. Tell me, didn't you just love that new seaweed face mask?
Makes my skin feel all tingly.
I know, it's almost better than sex.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Becca, why don't you go on up there and straighten out those magazines, huh?
What?
I think we got some new love about to blossom here at the Glamorama.
You mean Scott and Becca?
Mm-hmm. He hadn't taken his eyes off her since he walked in.
How would you know? You were in the back with me.
I know these things.
I see. Living vicariously, are we?
Well, maybe. Well, there are worse things, aren't there?
Well, what do you say we give Cupid a little nudge?
Not bad.
Scott? an idea for you. If you're really interested in talking to people about their breakups, why don't you try the SOS bar? I mean, there's a lot of young people hanging out there. I'm sure there's plenty of broken hearts you can probe.
That's a really great idea.
Oh, and Becky, if you want to go along and help him out with his interviews, be my guest, honey. Really.
Are you sure?
Yeah, oh yeah. We're at the end of the day here. Janet's my last client.
That's great. Thanks. I'll just run this out to the car.
Okay, okay.
Come on, what?
Come on, just sit down. Sit down.
What are you doing?
We are
going to be
just
creative.
about to make you even more beautiful than you already are, if that's possible. Got it?
Yeah.
All right, Pops, what did it cost you? What did you pay the judge to get Mateo full custody of his kid? You think that's gonna make Tink happy? Stealing another woman's child?
Your voice down.
I don't care who the hell in town hears me. What the hell were you thinking about?
In the first place, it's none of your business, Trevor. And in the second place, it's done. Leave it alone.
It's done? It's done? That's it then. It's a game. It's your game. It's your plan.
What are you talking about? What game? What plan?
Getting Haley to leave Mateo.
Next week, the Summer Music Series comes to General Hospital with special performances by 98 Degrees. And the music heats up on All My Children with performances by C-Note and Elvis Crespo. The Summer Music Series, next week only on ABC Daytime.
Okay, the car's all, wow. You look terrific.
Thanks. It was all Janet and Opal's doing.
Oh, no. It was just Mother Nature. We were...
Hey, oh, didn't you say you wanted to show me a sauna you had installed?
What?
Sauna?
Oh, yeah, the sauna. Oh, yeah, I did. Let's go right away. You guys have a great time, okay? And, Becca, I'll see you in the AM bright and early.
Okay, good night.
Hello.
So, is there anything else you need to put in the car, maybe?
Just you.
Thanks.
Mateo, I was thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe I could talk to Haley.
You want to talk to her?
Well, yeah, I don't know what I'd say, but you could tell me if you think it would help.
Listen, she moved out so she could stay sober, okay? I don't want to put any more pressure on her.
Yeah, I understand that and I respect it. But under the circumstances, I suppose that it's not a good idea for Max and I to make an appearance at SOS tonight, right?
No, it's okay. Max wants to see fireworks. He's gonna see fireworks. She'll understand.
You telling me you don't know nothing about Tink moving in with me and Janet?
I had no idea.
No idea?
No. Why would Haley leave Mateo?
The great and powerful Adam Chandler plays God and hurts everybody he loves around him. It all starts with paying off this judge so Mateo gets full custody of his kid. That starts the ball rolling. Raquel's afraid she's never gonna see her kid again, and so she starts lashing out. The kid blames Haley for her mother being so upset, and Mateo, he can't do nothing about nothing. That leaves Haley on the edge of an 80-proof liquor bottle waiting to dive in. All thanks to Daddy Dearest.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next All My Children.
On the next All My Children.
Have you seen Erica Kane at all?
David Hayward's room, please.
She goes for extremes. Does she go for you?
You okay, Tink?
No, I'm not. But I have a good idea of what's going to make me feel better.
Tomorrow on Good Morning America, Latin sensation Enrique Iglesias heats up the morning. Plus, an ideal husband actor, Rupert Everett, joins us. That's tomorrow on Good Morning America. Catch up with all the happenings at ABC Daytime. Read the Daily Scoop at abc.com.